It's Week 7 of the 2026 season, and we'll have a rematch of Super Bowl 54. It's the Chiefs and the Niners, and it's all up next.
Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reid to get this one going. And we're off from Levi Stadium. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Gotta figure out this third down here. He'll look to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. Pulled in at the 20. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. And I'll talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate first down following that encroachment flag. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard. Reid now to kick this one away.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face second down. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First and 10 from the 41. Now they send their back in motion right. First and 10, looking to throw. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. This is ahead for about 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they had that one contained right at the line. Justin Reed with the tackle. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Now looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mitch Wishnowsky on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Picked up at the 38. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet. I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. To throw it on 1st down. He's got it over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now. They'll try and throw it here. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers sent up inside the red zone. Back to McCaffrey on second down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
He gets a look up the middle, and he gets in. Touchdown! The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Running in on 4th and goal, that has to take some major guts, Brock, especially knowing a lot of the time there were some rushes before it that came up short.
It's guts, it's will, it's willpower, maybe even it's a little bit of pride. But you know what? When you're in that huddle, you feel that stubbornness to refuse to accept a field goal. Not on our watch. We're going to do all we can to run this sucker in.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10, it's Mahomes. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. A second down run by Pacheco. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. It's Pacheco again. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the 49ers. He cuts it right sideline. There's room to run. And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The 49ers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier. But to put that ball in his hands, he wasn't going to be denied.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped, it's second down now. Back to the well again. A lot of grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. All right, set now. First and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's got Brown on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The drive picks up here. First and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Looking for a pass on second and short. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. To the air, Mahomes. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down. They'll go, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the 49ers on offense. And things are looking good to snap that 3-game losing streak that they came in on, Brock. They've got the lead here. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. He'll throw it. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. He's got a gain of 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. He's contained at the line for no gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude He's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And finds Ayuk complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down. Throwing now off play action. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They go play action here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face 2nd and long. They send Samuel Wright. Here we go, 2nd and very long. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
He connects downfield on 4th. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Going power with the big tight end. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Running back sent in motion. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. 1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Motioning the tight end now. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. He'll throw it. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And it stays a two-possession game at an 11-point margin.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. First play, he's going for it to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs returning their offense and this running back to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Gronk, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Renardo Green with that tackle. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They go play action. It's Mahomes. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Winford 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. Takes it in at the 26. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll throw on 1st. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Puts this in at the 25. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. The Chiefs and this running back headed back out for a new series. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. They'll send out the punting unit. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now Howell off the play action. Complete beyond the marker. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. From midfield now. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Chiefs.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Another throw for Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Well, it's 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. They stick with McCaffrey. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. A give left side to McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 1-yard gain on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 32. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Brought in by Aiyuk. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Play action here with Howell. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers lead by 15 now. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Going on 1st down, Mahomes. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually. So 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Pass complete to Wiley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador. And the 49ers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing again, Mahomes. He connects downfield on 4th. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they take him down right along the 30. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Setting up the screen. Touchdown, San Francisco! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First and 10, it's Mahomes. That one's incomplete over the middle. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Mahomes to throw for it. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4, that was a first down.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
That's it, let's go, that's it.